DeSantis reportedly moves closer to announcing a run for the presidency. He's been arguing that his tenure in Florida should be a model for the rest of the country. But some educators are pushing back on that, saying his so-called Stop Woke bill and changes to the state's education qualifications are leaving out large swaths of the state's Black history. NBC News correspondent Trymaine Lee joins us now with the story of one retired professor who's working to fill in those blanks. Trymaine, tell us about it.
That's right, Mika. Under what many people perceive as an assault on history, and Black history in particular, this one educator is fighting back the best way he knows how, and his weapon of choice is the truth. Check it out.
82-year-old Marvin Dunn is leading what he calls Teach the Truth tours across Florida, taking students and their families on an exploration of Florida's Black past. They're stopping at historical markers and cemeteries, visiting burial sites of people murdered in white supremacist violence, their stories buried for decades. High school junior Morgan Everett joined the tour with her mother, sister, and cousins.
It has changed the way I think, the way I see slavery, the way I see our Black people in America.
Older folks like me have been trying to wake these young people up for years. Now they are awake.
Dunn is sharing his passion for Black history with new urgency as the Stop Woke Act, signed by Governor Ron DeSantis last year, takes hold in Florida's K-12 public schools.
We are not going to teach our students to hate this country or to hate each other.
History comes with pain, but to avoid that is to avoid the truth, is to avoid reconciliation.
The law does not mention specific events or people. Instead, it bans the way certain lessons can be taught, especially when it comes to race, gender, or sexuality, telling educators, in part, instruction may not be used to indoctrinate or persuade. Because it's vague on specifics, Dunn and other educators believe the law will force them to water down history.
There's no way to teach history without having the emotional aspect of it included. And once you try to take that out of it, you don't have history anymore.
Out on the tour, the group visits Live Oak, where they learn about 15-year-old Willie James Howard, a Black teen who was kidnapped and lynched in the Swanee River in 1944 after he wrote a love letter to a white girl.
At 15, you're the same age that boy was when he was killed. That has to sit with you in some deep way.
It was definitely. When I touched his headstone, I really felt a sense of serenity and gratitude. That could have been me.
We shall overcome.
At Greenwood Cemetery, they honor a Black man named Julius July Perry. He and others died in the November 1920 Ocoee Massacre, a ruthless election day purge of Black citizens who were trying to exercise their right to vote. A century later, Governor DeSantis signed a new education measure requiring schools to study how to include the Ocoee Massacre in Black history education.
The Ocoee Massacre is the only anti-Black action in Florida that is required students to learn.
Since 1994, Florida has been one of a few states to mandate the study of Black history in public schools. But some Black parents worry the laws don't do enough, so they seek out events like Dunn's Teach the Truth tour to fill in what they see as gaps in their children's education and their own.
Now I said, son, have you ever heard about the Ocoee incident? He said, no, mommy. I said, neither have I. To know that back then in the 1920s, there were prosperous African Americans. It shows that we've always been successful, but those stories are hidden from us.
We asked all 67 Florida public school districts how they teach African American history. About a third responded, giving us details on their curricula. But according to the Florida Department of Education's African American History Task Force, only 11 of the districts overall qualify as exemplary, meaning they meet the state's criteria for African American history instruction.
Come on down, guys.
The tour ends at Dunn's property in Rosewood, where in 1923, a white woman's lie about being assaulted by a Black man led to a racist massacre and a Black town destroyed. He wants to build a memorial park here and eventually a museum.
I have never done anything in my life more serious than this.
For now, he's vowing to keep giving students the nitty-gritty on history, planting seeds he hopes will blossom into a brighter future.
Come down this way, guys.
Mika, Mr. Dunn is pushing forward, but I think we can never underestimate just how powerful a force as an organizing tool this moment is. These black families and educators are making sure that these gaps are filled regardless of what the governor does. Mika.
Talking about it as an organizing force, the whole move by Governor DeSantis to incorporate black history in the Stop Woke kind of thing that he's doing. And as you know, I've been down there rallying with some of the ministers. But my father is from Florida. Do you think that the Governor DeSantis, and I'm saying that from personal experience, do you think he underestimates how deep this goes with a lot of black Floridians and others, that they are really going to organize like Mr. Dunn and fight back? I think he thought this might have been a surface issue that is a lot deeper than that. Did you get that in your report, Troy?
I think so, Reb. As you know, throughout history, black Americans in particular, every barrier to democracy we have broken through and pushed even harder. And so I think to try to set up these restrictions, these folks aren't naive. They're not unsophisticated in understanding how this system works and the barbs thrown against them. But without question, I'm not sure if he recognizes just how strong of a force this pushback really is. Folks are demanding something better for their children, but also for themselves.
NBC News correspondent Tremaine Lee, thank you very much for that reporting this morning. And